Welcome to Dice Junkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And we don't have the A-list editor here today. She is at My Hero Con out in Florida, so we had to reel in the. I think his rank's gone down to E now.
E-list editor Brian right here.
Yeah.
That's
So E-list editor Brian at the editor station. Let's talk about some stuff. Have you seen The Boys?
This is one good show, man, based on a hell of a comic.
Now, I mean, this is just one of many articles about The Boys that I just threw up just to have some kind of context here as we talk about this. And no spoilers or anything like that. But The Boys is the latest Amazon Prime original show, and I guess the latest in the many superhero genre TV series, and
this is almost not even superhero genre. This is almost a unique category of show.
It was so hyped that they got renewed a week before it even hit Prime, so that's pretty good.
But yeah, no, I mean the thing is this is sort of the gritty, dirty, nasty version of superheroes. So. It's basically if you think about just anybody, you usually see in these shows where it's like all these nice and good-hearted people that get superpowers. Well, think about all those people that you think are assholes, and if they were the ones that got the superpowers.
So basically, you guys.
Yeah, no. No, we'd be smarter about using them than they are. But
you'd never know I had superpowers, man. That's rule one. But no, I mean, it goes into the concept of what if our current society had these in place, and it's actually a very interesting attempt at a realistic view at what it would be like if there had superheroes in the community and how that would affect everything, and it does a darn good job of it.
Well, and it shows like the concept is basically a megacorp that has taken over the control and sale and marketing of superheroes. So
Disney.
Well, let's put it this way.
It actually plays sports agents, on, that kind of thing.
Well, it actually plays on a lot of the, a lot of things have been coming out of Hollywood on disreputable actions that are taken by people in Hollywood. We have the Weinsteins and all that stuff. Basically, that's what superheroes are sort of. Placed in the light of Hollywood, so you have those exclusive clubs, that they think shady stuff goes down in. I haven't been in any, so I can't.
Because everything I was reading,
a lot of elitism. I mean, it's so interesting.
Everything I was reading, the first thing I thought of was like athletes, that they get away with things. And,
well, yeah, and they have that sort of appeal too. I guess celebrity in general, is sort of how they put the. Think of all the celebrity scandals, and that's basically what they do, but with superpowers.
Yeah, I got to see that. I got to catch up with you guys.
Yeah. So I mean, me and Q have watched part of the season. We haven't finished yet, but so far so good, and it lives up to the hype, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying the series, man. And the cool thing is that if you read the comic, they do have their own story going on here, so that it's still something to watch, even if you're familiar with the story, which is why I'm enjoying it too. Because I've read some of the comic, not all of it, but some of it. But I was surprised that some things were changed, but for the good. I'm not regretting any of the decisions.
Well, anytime you see a comic or a book put on screen, it can be good or bad. It's really cool in concept to see something you read, put on screen. But a lot of times it doesn't come out that way. And this seems to have come out pretty good, in comparison with the written material
But,
and
well,
drawn material.
To compare it with something people
And no punches
know.
pulled, by the way. This is a grown folks show. So
Well, to compare it with something people really know, a property they really know, it's kind of a lot of like Walking Dead. Maybe there's the stuff in the story, but then they've changed it here and there a little bit.
Very similar style of putting it on screen as The Walking Dead. They definitely, I mean, they changed up some of the characters, right out the door, which so did Walking Dead. Some of it was to modernize it a bit. Some of it was to help change the story, So.
Yeah. But just property people can understand.
Yeah, no, that was a good. We'll put you back up to D rank for right now.
yes.
We'll have to get like a little counter
It's
in the
tenuous.
corner whenever you're here editing. That just goes up and down. We'll have to link it to Twitch or something somehow so that they can vote, on whether or not your editing has gone up or down throughout the episode.
Mr. Bloodaxe had me as a Z list.
Yeah, we'll set up a poll or something.
I love polls. polling. I love polling.
So let's talk about the next one. I'm hype about this.
So we've been talking about Cyberpunk 2077 and how much we were hoping to see a good tabletop rendition of it, and new Cyberpunk tabletop RPG made in collaboration with CD Projekt Red. The physical copies were sold at Gen Con this past weekend, and you can go to the what is that online RPG PDF place, Tabletop Drive-Thru. Tabletop Drive-Thru, you can get the
there's
digital.
a bunch of them. Drive-thru now, RPG now.
Yeah, I think the one I saw it on, I think, was the Tabletop Drive-Thru. But yeah, so you can get the PDFs and stuff from there. I tried to find out. I could not find out whether or not the physical copies would be coming to your local comic book stores or are able to be ordered. I could not find a place to order them as of right now. But the Cyberpunk Red Jumpstart Kit is what it's called. It's a beginner's version, very similar to Dungeons and Dragons starter set. And it comes with pre-made characters. There's not really a good way to make your own character from the starter set. So I'm really waiting for the actual core books to come out before I can really judge this, because character creation is probably one of the things I'm the hardest on when judging a new system.
It sets a major part of the tone for a game. I mean, when I think back to when I played Shadowrun and Cyberpunk, building my character was a huge part of the process and getting enthusiasm and momentum. You get hype. You get hype about your character as you build them to get into it.
Yeah.
If the character build is lackluster, then you're not going to connect with your character. So I'm with you that I might flip through this, but I really want to see character creation.
No, I mean, if our local comic shop gets it, I'll see if we can take a gander at it. Maybe
Vans, comics, cards, and games.
That is our local comic shop. Yes.
The one-stop shopping for all of your gaming needs.
Hi, man, that's a bit much. They don't pay us.
They now carry metal blades, Beyblades. They now carry Beyblades. For those Beyblade
Playing role-playing games with you, I would definitely say that's one of your big sticking points. And then the other one would be, I guess you would say, rules and kind of being able to make it easy for players to jump into.
Your general system is also going to be very important. But I have taken character creation from a game and scrapped their entire system before.
I know. I know.
Like you need to do for a Hackmaster Second Edition.
I mean, the character creation to me is something very strong because, I don't know. That's just it's one of the more difficult things is to make a balanced character creation system. As far as running a game, I can do that without rules.
Well, I mean, one of our systems we like playing, even though it's one that's been defunct for a while, Best in B20, we completely revamped the character creation from the ground up. We have our own system. We changed the cost. We completely redid it. And the game's awesome. But with the character creation, we scrapped that off the bat and just redid it. We have a house rule character creation that's from the ground up for that system.
I wouldn't say from the ground up. I mean, you just basically went point based and
Yeah,
but I mean, all their stuff is there. So.
Oh no, all the other stuff, but like the base class stuff, we actually fixed those point values. I don't know if you've ever seen the original because they're so bad we don't even show them to people. But we fixed the point values. All right, but yeah, so Cyberpunk Tabletop, set in 2045. You know, hopefully we'll get a book for it. Blood Axe actually played Cyberpunk with me, and I want to see if I can blow his arm off again on accident. And how hard it'll be for him to replace it.
Yeah. But cool. And speaking of tabletop games and things that were released at the time of Gen Con, Pathfinder 2nd edition was pushed out this Thursday, Friday, something
this week. Yep, I got me the hardcover. You know what I'm saying? Edition of it. So far, really liking it.
Yeah.
You got a new Cyberarm, Blood Axe.
But yeah, I picked up the books for this. Now, we had played the playtest, and the playtest was rough. But it is looking like they cleaned a lot of that up. A lot of our major complaints are corrected and gone.
Yeah, 3 off the top. They fixed scaling on a lot of stuff that needed scaling. They went back and threw scaling on it. They fixed the dying rules. And, oh man, what else was it? There was like another rule. Oh, and they seem to have gotten a little bit more tame with the tags, so it isn't quite the head twist.
Yeah. So I can't wait to get an opportunity to jump into that and maybe play a round or two. And
we definitely should do that. Dicejunkies one night.
Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully we can do something with that and get that going, because that'll be fun. And it looks good so far, you know, but you never know until you actually get to play the game, you know, until you sit down. It's really hard to tell. So
it does seem a little bit more dangerous. I think you used the word Dark Souls like with the way the enemies level up and put up a heck of a fight. But I'm not exactly scared of that.
No, I didn't use that on Pathfinder. I couldn't tell with Pathfinder yet because once again I'd have to play it. I was making a reference to 5th Ed modules where they just add max health to things and.
Let's not talk about how
and have stats that don't go along with any of the rule system itself.
Yeah, their wizard has like, you know, D10s and fighter BAB. You're just like, what kind of wizard is this?
You know, basically making something difficult for the sake of making it difficult and not actually using a qualifiable rule system.
Yep. It looks like our editors decided it's time to move on.
Yeah.
No, just
flashing tabs in front of our face.
It's like, okay, I guess we're on
this is E3 news, and you go, well, E3 happened, weeks ago. Why are we doing more E3 news? Well, because E3 decided. Well, they didn't decide. They managed to leak their personal info of journalists and media for E3. So there's been a big security flaw with their system, and a lot of people's information was exposed.
More than 2,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And on the internet. And while they went back and tried to take it down, we all know that if something's been on the internet for 5 seconds, it is permanent. It's out there now. Everybody has it. I probably could go find it right now if I wanted to. I probably could literally go find this list and be looking at it in about 30 minutes or less, I'd say.
Probably. You may be flagged if you do, but...
Yeah, I don't care. But this is just, this has caused a lot of conflict. The individual, go down and see if they have the person that found it, Mr. Editor. Because there was a young lady that found actually reported. Sophia Narwitz is the one who reported the flaw and contacted the ESA trying to let them know about what happened and then made a video about it. Now, what's been interesting is some people have been attacking her as if it was her fault, when all she did was report on the incident that occurred. She's not the one that leaked everybody's information. But apparently, I was watching the quartering, and they were, and our boy over there got on the Shriver about putting out an article attacking the heck out of Sophia Narwitz, and it's like, why are you attacking Sophia Narwitz and not attacking ESA for leaking everybody's freaking information? So there's a little bit of a spat going on right now. But
well, I mean, there could be a question now. I mean, I didn't look at this. You sort of showed this to me last minute. Did she make the YouTube video about it before giving them enough time to fix the problem?
I do not know the answer to that.
Give me a second.
That's a good question.
If you go and report something like a flaw to a system and then you release the exploit before giving them opportunity to correct that,
Narwitz.
that is, I mean, puts them a little bit to blame, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of still go with the security leak's the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, the security leak is definitely the issue.
And to my knowledge, she's already went back and replied to Shriver and basically said, like, hey, this isn't on me. Like, you know, I let them, the one that told them that there was a security leak. So I kind of go like, that's the thing, though. She's the one that literally let them know. Now, if she had not told them, that'd have been dirty.
Yeah.
She'd have did a video without going, hey, guys, you got everyone's information out here. That'd have been messed up, but that's not the way it went down.
Yeah.
No, she gave them a heads up. Pardon us, we are having technical difficulties.
Well, I didn't want to blow out everybody's ears if a video started playing on the computer.
I would look at her video. I was trying to find anything.
Well, I know, but you know these pages, they'll throw up random videos and just start playing audio on you. And
here's it's on YouTube, but here's a timeline of the events.
That's more videos and stuff.
From somebody else, so I don't know what it.
Yeah, we'll look into it more. If news continues on it, we'll talk about it next week.
Well, we'll say
I don't want to talk on something that I don't really know enough about at this point.
It does say on her YouTube she is a senior writer for Niche Gamer, so she is probably somewhat of a journalist. So I would say she probably handled it as ethically as possible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we would hope.
Well, you hope anybody
But
would.
the main thing about it is that, like, this has been causing a lot of concern. People have been saying that E39 already was not really trusted by people. It was considered to be kind of a sellout, just to advertise it. Because you know the whole thing with, like, what's that game? The little game where you fly around like Iron Man that everybody was pitching a fit about. You know what I want? You need to learn more about games. Not Apex Legends, but the other one. Either way, they've been accused of being, you know, just hyping up games to help companies sell their game regardless of the quality. And now with this, the trust is dropping even more because even their media and journalists have gotten screwed over. So people are thinking that E39 is going to take a major hit due to this event because it's going to affect attendance. Because, you know, are you going to want to go to the next E3 event when they're sitting up there and they're already getting unpopular and then they basically screwed 2,000 people's privacy? Because note, it says it has private addresses. This isn't just contact info. These are home addresses. People were worried about potential swatting and other things that could happen.
I mean, we have enough doxing and swatting and all that going on as it is. This is the last thing journalists need at this point. So,
and it said she did tell them. It just you had to wonder the timeline. Did she tell them before she reported it, or as she reported it, or
or did she make the video, report it, and then post it? You know,
right?
There's a lot of things.
And if her address was out there, she may have told them quicker than
But there it is. There's.
So we've reported on it. We cover some real news. Like, hey, guess what happened?
Now it's time for Q to rant about Epic.
Or to be more accurate, Ooblets Dev. Yes, Blood Axe. You're right.
Mr. Blood Axe was already prepared for this.
Ooblets is Ooblets Dev. Ooblets is one of those little stupid games that people like to play that's cutesy and nonsense. But anyway, basically, it recently has decided to go Epic exclusive, as per as usual. You know, nothing Epic loves more than to find a game that's been crowdfunded, Patreon, and people have been paying and taking it from them. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing that amazed me. It isn't that he had the usual reaction of somebody that's got Epic money, which is, oh, yeah, well, you know, we thought this were the best. It's the fact that this guy decided that screw Borderlands, the Borderlands CEO, I can beat this guy for sucking some Epic, you know what. Like, he gets down, or she, I don't care, and just goes to town on it. Because this person posts snarky comments, starts off with the snarky post on their site, and then goes to war with their patrons. Yeah. I mean, to the point that they basically end up saying, we don't need your patron money anymore, we've got Epic money, and just goes on a mad attack. Now, here's where Epic comes in. On top of Epic on exclusive, after this hostility going back and forth between the Ooblets devs and their patrons and Kickstarter people, Sweeney decides to jump in there and be like, good job. So he approves of this aggressive, anti-player, anti-supporter, anti-Kickstarter attitude. Now, it's one thing for you to go take another exclusive. It's another thing for you to actually push and support your devs attacking their Kickstarters and patrons. This is a level of offensive behavior versus the consumer that makes me have to say, you know it, fuck Epic. Because at least Tim Sweeney should have said, hey, man, you don't have to act that way towards your people. But no, he's like, yeah, fuck them. You know, we don't care. And that's the Epic attitude. The Epic attitude is they want to screw you over. They want to take from you what you want. You use us or go to hell.
Yeah. Here's the comment that got me the most is the honestly the biggest reason we didn't do a Kickstarter is we didn't want to deal with entitled baby gamers holding even more power over us. Now, when in the industry did people that were making games not give a shit about their customers? Like, you realize that
that's how you make money.
This is a consumer market. Like, your gamers, the people who buy your game, that is who has the power, because they are the ones that are going to decide on whether or not you succeed or fail. Because without them buying the game, normally you're screwed. Now, apparently Epic gave them enough money where they don't care if people bought their game, but that's great. But guess what?
Epic
what about your next game? Without the consumer and the backing of customers, well, Epic's not going to drop a crap ton of money on you again.
I know Epic is doing this just to get subscribers, man. They're going to burn you, you dumbass. Like, they're not going to support, because you've killed your market. They know your next game. Epic 2 is dead in the water.
Epic isn't your friend. They're a business. They're a business trying to make a foothold in a market that Steam has a very strong foothold in. So they're screwing Steam. That's their goal. They don't give a shit about the developers of Ooblets, the developers of... No, they want somebody to come in there, buy the game on their system, and then sort of get locked into using their ecosystem. If you don't bring that to the table, if you don't bring them the customers that they want, then guess what? They don't give a shit about you.
Well, here's the thing. Can I say that one real quick?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Business. It's not just repeat customers. It's bringing in new customers. Everybody who sees this is going to sit there and go, why the fuck do I want to buy that game now? Because you basically said, I mean nothing to you.
Yeah.
And so now no one's even going to go buy this game who, man, I had a friend who told him, hey, it's cool. You want to play it? They're going to be like, well, they already said they don't care about me as a gamer, so why am I going to drop my good hard-earned cash on this?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you crazy son of a bitch. Like, you're making games. What do you mean you don't want gamers to have, like, who are you making your games for then? Who are you making your games for if you're not making them for your customers? Are you some psycho weirdo who just likes your games to be out in the ethos with nobody playing them? I mean...
honestly, by some of his comments, his egotism is sort of on that level, though.
Yeah.
Well,
good luck, because here's what you've done. You've now told everybody, screw you. So when you want to do your next game and you look at Epic and go, hey, we're making another game. You're going to give us more money? Epic's going to be like, go get some Kickstarters, give us a reason to buy you out. And when you go to Kickstarter, everybody's going to be like, they're going to be linking this right here. They're going to be like, click, paste, post, post, post. You will not make another game. You're done. You have ended your company because you're a dumbass. Because guess what? Those entitled baby gamers are the ones with the money.
Well, it's kind of like with those artists those artists that go, I make the art for me, and then they can't pay their rent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's called starving artists for a reason.
Yeah. We're going to have starving game developers now,
because you've got to make your art, and that's what I do. I think it is a certain bit of art there to this, but you have to have, if you want to live and eat and have a nice house and everything else, you have to cater your product to a customer or a consumer.
Yeah.
And the final joke of this is that they're so busy trying to suck up to Epic, and they don't realize that Epic literally just didn't want this game to go on Steam. That's it. They don't even want your game. They just want you not on Steam. They would have easily paid that money to just burn down your studio to keep it going on Steam. They don't care about you at all. They don't even want your game.
Yeah.
You think your little game really matters. It doesn't. They don't care. They have Fortnite, your chump change. You are just a tool to attack Steam, and yet you think somebody cares about you. The people that do care about you, you told to go to hell. You're like that weird person that's in that creepy, abusive relationship that's like, no, Epic really loves me. You don't know Epic like I do. And it's like, no, Epic does not give a flip about you. Epic just doesn't want anybody else to have you.
Yeah.
No, Epic's going to beat you again.
It'll be interesting to watch and see how it goes. Now, I mean, maybe they have this super awesome game that they somehow are going to manage to pull this out.
I've looked at it. It's all the other little mobile type games. You get to play with cutesy animals and build a stupid house, and you've seen it a dozen times.
Hey man, I don't know the market. You know, I mean, if I knew the market better, we'd have 1 million subscribers right now. So
that's true.
I know me, and I'm not going to touch this with, somebody else's money. So,
I mean, I just don't get why they couldn't have done the smart thing and just going, look, Epic offered us a very lucrative deal, and we think this will help us develop more, which some companies have done. But this weird, like, I got Epic's money, why? And just going crazy and going on a fit. And it's like, why?
Black says, and I may win the lottery that I do not play and can go back to medical school, bro. No. I know it's a far-fetched thing. I'm just saying, dude, I've seen crazier stuff, But Epic is doing their thing, and
why is everybody screwing over their Kickstarter pages though? Those are the people that are spreading your game. This is a game that's like being made. It isn't like they already have an audience.
Well, here's the thing, man.
That's it's not like they already have a large fan base like Borderlands, so at least they could go, we got diehards. They don't have diehards.
Here's the thing that gets me, and this comes from you went to business school, I took a few business classes here and there, and a lot of it is just it shocks me the way they handle these things, because I can understand as a business you go, man, Epic is offering us this month. I don't see that we're gonna get that kind of cash if we don't take this deal.
Mm-hmm.
What can we do? And then you get your group together and you go, okay, well let's present it in this way. We're gonna have some people that are gonna be upset. We'll try to appease them as best we can, but we'll try to save as much face as we can, but we can't turn this money down. And that's a business model. That's the way businesses used to look at things. That's the way we, I know in business class it was like, it's about the money, and most of the time, it's about the money. But appeasing your customer is part of the money.
Well, I'll tell you, I've told you this before, and I'll tell our fans. I'll make it quick, but I told you about the actual project where we had to make the mock business, and they had that app at my college that ran the business module through weeks of business. And our project ended up being the top company because I was ahead of my team. And all the other companies went for that quick payoff, all the other class teams. And we went with, what are we doing? We're going to make a high quality product. We're going to charge this for it. And we're going to build our loyalty. And the app actually factored these things in. And at the end, we ended up being effectively Apple. Yeah. We were this rabid fan base, loyal. They paid what we wanted them to pay for it because we had built a brand. And the teacher said we were the only ones that built a brand. He said no one else built a brand.
The app is an app, and it has certain statistics. I wouldn't be super reliable on that. But the thing is, I mean, you weigh things, and being an ass to your customer is rarely a good idea. There's very few times in which talking crap to your audience really works out for you. You know, about the only thing I've seen that talking crap to your audience works is some of the rap music, you know, where people enjoy being yelled at and but
well, look, even major brands don't do that. Coke doesn't sit there and go, "Screw you, drink Pepsi." You know, I mean, they're like, no, what's wrong? Let's get you happy again, so you drink more Coke.
I mean, that's an example of branding, though. Coca-Cola has put out so many crap attempts at new flavors, and it's still the most drank soda. You know why? Because they established their brand first, so they can put out Coke Lemon Diet 0.50, and people be like, "Man, that tasted terrible. So what do you want to drink? Take a Coke."
I mean, there is a market for demoralizing your clientele, but that tends to be a fetish, not a kid's game. All right, so
wow, how'd you know about that one?
Okay.
Yeah, it got really, really dark there for a minute.
So let's roll this up. I think that's the last of what we have for this segment. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hope you enjoyed. We do this every week live on Twitch. We have this segment, and then we follow up this segment with random encounters. If you're listening on the podcast, random encounters is coming up right after this. If you're watching us live on Twitch, you know, hopefully you'll say something in the chat room because it's crickets in there other than Blood Axe. Blood Axe is our moderator, and he needs somebody to moderate.
If you know anybody that previously was watching Ninja and now needs something to watch, feel free to send them over to subscribe to Dicejunkies with their free subscription that they have for Twitch, since he's told all of y'all to go to hell and has went for Mixer. Do you think I was going to forget that?
Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let us know what you think in the comments. All right. Other than that, you can check us out at Dicejunkies.com for links to everywhere we are online, and we hope you enjoy.